So we're going to call on stage now Tristan Thompson, who is going to tell us a little bit more about the High Times Cannabis Cup. Tristan? Yes, Tristan is also from the Westmoreland Hemp and Ganja Farmers.
Greetings. I feel like a Rastaman without blocks. So I just want to give thanks to everyone for being here. I want to say thanks to Minister Golden for being here to share this joyous occasion with us. Give thanks to Ras Ayavi for being the voice of Rastafari and grassroots people, steering and being focused on a pure and clear objective. I want to also thank the team who are working hard to put this project together. It's not easy, it's a lot of work, and we give thanks for the unity that is pushing it forward. I just want to talk briefly about the High Times Cannabis Cup and pretty much just give you a little bit of information as it relates to what the Cannabis Cup is. So the Cannabis Cup is what we could consider the Academy Awards or the Grammy of the marijuana industry. So in saying that, for 27 years, High Times have been going around curating and awarding the most outstanding strains. What that does, it recognizes the farmers. It recognizes the work of the farmers that they put into the plant to produce a beautiful plant which can be used for medicinal and sacramental and all the other uses of the plant. Now, it's the first time that High Times is going to be doing this cup in Jamaica. And around the world, Jamaica has a reputation for producing some quality herb. And what High Times Cannabis Cup will do is validate this to demonstrate to the world that Jamaicans grow good herb. It is a time to award the farmers for all their hard work, and this cup can do it. So it's a competition between different growing techniques. We know we have traditional farmers who have been growing for years, grassroots people who have been bearing the brunt of persecution, which Ras IAV has been championing their cause through this whole advocacy period, and now actually giving grassroots people and the ganja farmers an opportunity to really shine. It is their time now. It is their time to really say, who is the best grower in Jamaica? Now, what is in it for them? Now, to win the Cannabis Cup, the person or grower who wins it, his techniques, his strain now becomes the most sought after. You could call it a product or you could call it herb. So what's in it really is that this farmer now has an opportunity to really progress beyond where he was economically, socially, and also to help pass on some of these techniques which allowed him to win this competition. So how do you enter and what are the rules? Now, the rules as it relates to the cup, it's only open to Jamaican farmers. We want to ensure that the integrity of this competition is for Jamaican, and it's a Jamaican who should win it. And we want to see a Rastafari win it. That's just my personal opinion. Okay. There are certain validation processes which are attached to it. For example, proof of residency, ID to prove that you're actually a Jamaican. And now there are three categories. There's sativa, there's indica, and then there's hash, right? For an entry, we would require 2 ounces of herb, your purest and your best herb, packaged in clean, clear plastic bag, or you can do it in jars, right? Now, because we understand and we understand the legal parameters as it relates to herb, we have a registration process, so the number is available for you to register. We do encourage farmers to register before, so we can extend the legal parameters and your protection, so you don't get into trouble with the government. So please, please, please register. Okay, one more thing is that the cultivation should be done under legal parameters. We're asking farmers to produce their entry using the 5-plant allowance, which was granted by the government, because that is a legal parameter for which you can actually produce herb, have your entry prepared, and submit it to us on the legal parameters. Now, to enter, you need to be 18 or older. 18 or older. Now, we have 2 weeks to go, and we will start collecting the entries November 6th. And we want to ensure that as many traditional Jamaican farmers can enter. So although there is an entry fee, please don't use that as a barrier to entry, to say that you won't enter the competition. You could, during your registration process, talk to us and we can facilitate it, because we want to ensure that it is open to a broad cross-section of Jamaican farmers. Now, as it relates to collection of the entries, we are going to be doing, we have a collection schedule, and the collection period is going to run from November 6th to the 8th. Each parish, we want to make sure it's convenient, so each parish we will announce the location, and at this location you'll be able to bring your entries, and we will collect it. Now, be prepared to name your strain, give it a name, something special. Now, that is now how you start creating value for your product. Now you give it a name, and you can also go to JIPO and you can register that name. But for now, all you would really need to do is to write that name on a piece of paper, put it into an envelope, put a stamp on it, and mail it to yourself. And you have a trademark for your plant. All right. So it starts there. You don't have to do anything too expensive to start protecting your IP and creating value that will pretty much help your family and yourself in the future. Now, with that being said, I want to say good luck to all the ganja farmers and all the enthusiasts, and I want to say see you at Rastafari Rootzfest, host the High Times Cannabis Cup.
Thank you very much, Tristan Thompson. Everybody's supposed to have a flyer on the seat. If you look on the flyer, you're going to the number you can call. If you're not going online or anything, everybody who wants to know what number you must call based on the information that Tristan just gave out, the number is on your flyer. So, we're going to ask Marcus Goff now. Let's welcome Marcus to the podium. He's going to tell us about the day's happenings in terms of seminars and reasonings and that kind of thing. So let's welcome Marcus Goff.
Thanks, Sister Mitzi, and give thanks to our host here, the Marley family, Marley Museum. Also want to say thanks to all of the Rastafari community members, who have played an integral role in supporting this event. On behalf of all of the Rastafari elders, Bingos, 12 tribes, and Baba Shanti, and of course the supporting organizations in the community, House of Dread, School of Vision, Coral Gardens Benevolent Society, Rastafari Indigenous Village, for making this what it was hoped to be, a Rastafari-oriented ganja celebratory event. Okay, so you've heard a bit about the Cannabis Cup and about what the Rootzfest is. We also wanted, of course, to ensure that it is an educational forum, because ganja, of course, has been criminalized, and of course, users have been criminalized for many, many decades. And there's a lot now in the decriminalized environment that we need to be aware of and to demystify and to dispel the myths. So we have a seminar series which will be a fundamental part of Rastafari Rootzfest. It will look at several topics of interest to the Rastafari community and to the broader ganja industry members. Several topics will explore topics such as the decriminalization of ganja, law and implications that will feature speakers from the Rastafari community, the government of Jamaica, and persons from different decriminalized jurisdictions, namely USA and Canada. We'll also have panel discussion on the Colorado success story as we look at different jurisdictions' experiences. And then we'll be looking at the significance of herb to Rastafari and grassroots struggle for legalization. Of course, this is only a step in the Rastafari journey, decriminalization, as the minister well knows, and of course it is legalization which has been Rastafari call, from then till now. The seminar series will also feature several growers workshops. We want to encourage persons who want to grow marijuana, whether you be an experienced ganja grower or a first-time mother or grandmother who wants to start growing ganja, to come and learn how to plant the seed, how to cultivate, how to breed, how to reap, and of course how to also make byproducts from ganja. So this is focused on making people more able to take advantage of the new legal regime and to hopefully see the benefits from growing ganja in a new environment. We'll also have speakers from overseas talking about the new techniques in ganja growing, as well as persons who will talk about how to run a legal cannabis dispensary as well. Persons from the USA and Canada, California, talking about those types of issues. We also want to focus on some issues of importance, which is finance, money. It's hard to really create a new industry or to create a new business in this new industry without some sort of financing. And so looking at those opportunities for financing, for investment, of course trying to put persons who want to grow in touch with persons who want to invest is also a big part of what we want to do with this event. From a Rastafari perspective, we also want to look at issues of genetic modification and the threats that that will present. We want to kind of stay focused on ITAL growing, organic growing, but more ITAL growing, and seek to encourage that as a part of the wider Rastafari liberty. We'll also have a film series. We'll be showing several films of importance to the Rastafari community pertaining to the struggle to get from, where we're coming from to here now, as well as looking at the Rastafari liberty and spirituality in film. So we'll have a mixture of reasoning seminars as well as film, and then we'll also have a Rastafari reasoning space where we'll be able to have reasonings with the elders, with the youth, with the sistering, to really get a better understanding of how herb is used across the community, many different ways and means to use herb in daily life. We will also, of course, be honoring Rastafari community, Rastafari elders as a collective for the decades of struggle, of criminalization, of prison, of beatings, of blacks being chopped off, and all of this just for the sake of the sacrament, ganja. So we want to make this also a celebratory and recognizing the importance and the sacrifice of all the Rastafari patriarchs and matriarchs who have gone forth and have that been able to be here with us today to even celebrate the decriminalization. In terms of looking at the issues of ganja and its use, this is a new sort of environment we are in now, and so when it comes up to ganja use, a major part of this event has been that it has to be for persons 18 years and over. And while as Rastafari, ganja may be not so limited in our daily use, certainly in terms of the current environment, it's important that we always respect that at present, ganja must be regulated in terms of the concerns expressed by Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, and the need to also play a role to educate people who may not be so aware of ganja that it needs to be used responsibly. And so a major theme of this event is consume responsibly, or as we say in full joy responsibly, right? What we'll be seeking to do, therefore, is to have a process whereby persons who want to travel to the event, right, you will be permitted to travel under the law to the event with ganja in your possession, so long as it does not exceed the lawful 2 ounces. So long as you are now traveling to the event, you either have a ticket with you, or you have an armband, you know, if you are VIP or so, and you are stopped by the police, you will be able to use that ticket or that armband to prove that you are able to be an exempt person or be treated as an exempt person under the dangerous drugs law. And we have to thank, of course, our minister for helping to create that sort of environment that we won't have persons being fearful about coming to the event, about traveling with her to the event, because it is a celebration of ganja, you know, both at the event and of course on your way down to the event as well. In terms of now, at the event, ganja will not be permitted into the event unless it is, again, a small personal use, because we have to also, of course, ensure the quality of the herb that will be available at the event, right? And so the herb that you will be able to partake and experience if you do choose to come will be herb that has been selected, of course, grown within the legal limits, but at the highest quality that the West is known for. And so we want to ensure that, you know, you don't bring sand to the beach. There's no need for you to bring herb to Rastafari Rootzfest. In terms of looking at the event in its totality now, herb in terms of edibles at present is not yet regulated, right? And we know that whereas smoking can be, I think, more managed, sometimes some persons not being aware are not used to dealing with how to eat herb. And so we don't really want to encourage edibles at this time because of the need for more education and awareness, you know, which we'll also be able to give you at the event. So we don't encourage persons to come with their herb cakes and those kind of edibles, lest we have persons who are not so familiar with herb having some negative experiences, right? So we want to keep it in terms of herb education, herb use, but responsible, and so we don't really want to encourage the edibles at the point in time. In terms of the ganja protocol that we have established also, persons who will be transporting herb for the event will also be covered under the law. The law will also facilitate persons who you know, may want to be in possession of herb at the event. You know, we won't be permitting persons to come and do any sort of sale of herb at the event. It is a celebration of herb, and so all the herb you need will be there for you to come and enjoy. I think that is it for my brief words, but I thank you very much again for being a part of this historic moment, and we look forward to the support of the community and the wider Jamaican public in terms of where ganja ought to be on the national agenda. Thank you very much.